What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 50 of our Olympique Lyonnais FM19 save in what could be the last episode we do with Lyon. Of course, the objective of each team is to win 2 back-to-back league titles and restore their legacy in some shape or form. And we do that through winning 2 back-to-back league titles. Of course, if we do pick up the title today, it just means that next season we'll be at a different club. And we're going to turn it into a bit of a journeyman. And yeah, just go around Europe, conquering each league, restoring teams' legacies, and hopefully go down as one of the greats in Football Manager, or at least footballing history. But yeah, like I mentioned, if you saw last episode, we could have potentially grabbed the league then. PSG are really dragging their heels. They're really dragging it along. And yeah, just really trying to make it difficult and drag it out to the last 2 games. Of course, a win today is enough. We were only predicted to come third, by the way. And I don't think we even have any players in the top 11. So the fact that we're top of the table right now is pretty impressive. If you look here, Season 1, we had 95 points and we lost out by 2 points to PSG, who finished on 97. Year 2, only 74 points. Too many draws for both us and PSG. We had 74, they had 82. Last year, we had 93, and that was enough to win the title with a 6-point gap. This year, we could break our points, total. It's not the highest points any team has received. 97, of course, is unbeatable, but we could set a personal best of 96. And PSG could finish second on 90 points, which is crazy amount of points. But yeah, we're in good form. They're in also good form. They haven't lost. But I think even a draw today is enough for us. The 2 teams we are playing are Strasbourg and Nims. And since we last met, when did we last meet? Was it... Oh, of course, it would have been the 5-0, right? Yeah, the 5-0 over Amiens, but PSG played later on that day, and they did win. They did win their game, so yeah. We could potentially bottle it if we lose both our games. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I think we have a good record against Strasbourg. Do we? Yeah, we do. We've never lost to Strasbourg, which is a promising sight. That makes me happy. That does make me happy. I'm hoping we can get snapped up this game, so at least in the last game we can have a bit of fun, maybe play a few players that didn't get as much playing time as they maybe deserved, and we can give them a bit of a send-off. And then I'll also do things like running through maybe our top 11, the best 11 of all time, best 11 this season, things like that, just before we depart with Lyon. And I mean, at the same time, I'm saying all this, it could get to next season and we could still be here because there might not be any new jobs. In that case, we'll just be going for like the third league title in a row. You never really know. Because I'm not just going to go to any, club. I'm not going to go to anywhere. Has to be a club that has won a few league titles, had a legacy, and then they've fallen off the pace. And they're not quite maintaining it. An example that's like Inter Milan have fallen off, from their glory days. I'm not sure how Ajax are getting on, actually. I don't even know if I have Ajax as a manageable league. I'll have to check that. They're actually first, so they could be... Oh, well, they won last year as well. Oh, well, Ajax is not a good one because, yeah, they've already done it. I mean, Manchester United are one, but they're a very big side. I wouldn't really want to go to Manchester United because they're such a big side. That, and I don't really like Man United. I'm an Arsenal fan in real life, so I'll do whatever I can to avoid going to Man United. But they're an example. Inter Milan are another one. If we have a quick look at Inter Milan. There we are, 7th this year. They've really fallen off the pace. I would have done AC Milan. But as you see, they picked up a league title last year, fallen off the pace a bit with so many draws this year. But yeah, I think Inter Milan would be a very good one but of course their manager's not fired. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that, see what I can do, and yeah, potentially jump ship. But it's gonna be very tough. I'm gonna have to see what's happening in the off season. But let's stop worrying about the future. Let's worry about now, because the league title's not secured yet. We can still bottle it. So, yeah, let's focus on that task at hand. Ideally, I would like to leave Lyon, though. I think we've done what we can here. And I think, 3 seasons in a row, I don't even know if we'd do it, realistically. But I'm going to trust the assistant manager with the lineup. I'm not going to change anything. I've been trusting... Actually, the one thing I'm going to change is Toussaint and Dombele. I prefer them that way round. I think it just works a bit better that way round. I'm of course going to run through the lineups when they're side by side. I had a bit of a blue screen there. Let's hope it doesn't crash. They're on the left hand side because they are at home, and it's Gallon in goal, Martinez, Mitrovic, Pavlovic, Untersee, Ibu Sissoko, Martin Bubaria, Remy Cabella, Jorge and Delort up top. We're on the right-hand side because we are away, and it's Lopez, Mendy, Lenglet, Denea and Kenny Tete round out our back four. Dombelli, Toussaint and Hussein make our middle three, with Martial, Major and Cornet completing the top trio. Very confident in that. And actually, Martial's been pushing Depay out of the team as of late, which is very cool. Well, not very cool, but it's good to see that, a loan signing is able to contest with our top goal scorer and probably, best consistent performer over the years. So that's, a delight to see. Of course, it doesn't solely lie on us. If PSG fail to win, they give us the league title anyway. So Angers, who are a very strong side, down in 7th, could do us a favour. Major, though, out to Mendy. Can he whip it across? He goes for it alone. Major's there, squares it back. Hussein, oh my god. How have we not got the ball in there? That's a wasted opportunity from us. We should be doing much better than that. Should be doing much, much better. Elsewhere, KN can't really get Europe, actually. Oh, we're lost in a free kick. Cornet, can he get there? He does. Takes it very deep. Out to Major, who has acres of space before he's closed down. I'm liking this from us. We're, performing very well. Very suffocating. Major back across. Hussein's there, lovely touch. Took it just out of his feet, actually, and they hoof it away. And I'm going to look at the analysis screen and look at that. Yeah, same old story where we're just pinning them down in their half. Just smothering them. We're going to force our way with a goal eventually if we play like this. Tete, acres of space, actually, if he could get to the byline. Early cross. Martial's there. 18th of the season for him as I burp. Not sure if the mic would have picked that up. I burped with excitement because that means we are Ligue 1 champions. We will see the confetti fall on our heads. Bit of a weird saying, but look at that from Tete. Lovely composure. Martial, lovely positioning, lovely movement. The number 23 grabs his 18th of the season, and it's all us so far. 5 shots, 4 on target, 74% possession. Strasbourg having a horrid time. I mean, they are sitting 8th place. They're not a bad team by any means. But yeah. Good to see Angers getting some Europa League football. They've definitely secured that. They are very, in their own world. 11 points away from 8th and then, 12 points away from 6th. So they're in a league of their own, really. They're sort of in that middle pack, but just ahead. And getting relegated is pretty much guaranteed. Amiens, Metz and Brest. So that's an interesting one as well. Elsewhere, PSG still 0-0. So we're guaranteed, as I said, to win the league. Although PSG could score 100 goals this year. I mean, I guess we could too if we were to somehow, score 7 now and then, or 7 more now, and then 5 in the last game. Although, Lopez, lovely save actually, one-handed, hand made of steel as he stops that attempt. Bordeaux knocking Marseille down to 5th. There's a good fight going on actually for the top 4. If you look here, Bordeaux up into 3rd in the Champions League spot. Monaco, I don't know if that is a Champions League spot anymore. It might be. Major with a free kick. Martial's there. He's trying to grab as many goals as he can this back end of the season. I don't know if he has a goal clause or something, but he's literally so goal hungry. If you see here, Bordeaux in the Champions League spot. I think this might be a Champions League spot now as well with Monaco. And you see here Marseille and Nice all gunning for it. So it's, really heating up. Major now into Hussein. All the way out to Cornet. A bit of an ambitious ball. But Major picks it up. Major coming very deep. Playing like a pivot almost. Roaming around. Tete, lovely ball in. Martial's there. Similar to the first goal. The two combine. Martial, 19th of the season for him. And he's performing fantastically to close this season. He's making his statement to Man United. Play me. This is what I do. Look at this. Tete, lovely lofted cross. Martial, another header. And 19th of the season for him. And at this rate, he would actually probably become our top goal scorer. I'm tempted to play him in the last game as well, because he's been on such fine form. And 2-0 up, as I said, guarantees us the Ligue 1 title, but also PSG are drawing anyway, so they're doing us a favour in their game. They're not even pressuring us anymore. They've given up. As we come on the attack again, Dombele steaming forward, hoofs it out to Martial, lovely touch. What's he going to do here? Has a pop, and the keeper equal to it. And like I said, we're just pinning them down. They have no real chance here. They can't even really get out there in half. Major with a free kick. Oh, that's a lovely save from their keeper. It must be said. That's amazing. That's an amazing save. Look at that. Dead on the line. I swear, Lovro Major has got to have the most VAR decisions I've ever seen on this game. He has them every other free kick, every other opportunity. I'm actually going to bring on Loftus-Cheek for Major. Give him a bit of playing time. Coetzee, I feel like he's been hard done by this season. Who else hasn't really played? Traore hasn't. Actually, he can come on for Cornet. There we go. Martial can stay on because he's on for a hat-trick. So that's why I'm leaving him on. And I'm leaving Tete on because they've been combining very well. And, ratings actually pretty average here, apart from Tete and Martial, who, have combined, of course, brilliantly to really help push us on here as Bordeaux extend their lead, double their lead over Marseille. And Marseille down to 6th now as Nice take the lead against Guingamp. So even in the last game, though, they can still secure Champions League. So it's all to play for in the battle here. But you definitely want Champions League over Europa League. The money's so much better. Although Marseille grab one back from an own goal. And at this point, I'm focusing more on the other games than our own, because it sort of died down in our game. And, the results are where it's at this point of the season. PSG have done us a massive favour. I don't know why I was stressing, because we've performed here, 2-0 win, nice clean sheet, but PSG have bottled it almost anyway. They actually lost. PSG are losing to Angers. 1-0, Fulgini with a 90th minute goal. And can we get another one? Tete out to Martial again. Ooh. Third time is not lucky, and it's full time. 2-0, a comfortable win, a solid performance from us. We hit the ground running. There it is, the red and white confetti falling on us once again. There I am, my pink bloody bomber jacket, training coat, whatever you want to call it. I'm annoyed that the confetti only covers half the pitch, but hey, what are you going to do? There we are dancing. There I am parading the trophy with a trail of players behind us. Ligue and champions. That feels good to say 2 years in a row. And I think we deserve it. We thoroughly deserve it, I think. Domestically, we've performed amazingly. We've only lost 2 games, and they were against... Who were they against? I think, Montpellier and PSG, and both of them were very close games. 2-1 and 1-0. You can't really fault us there. Yeah, we're not in the top goal scorers. Yeah, we're not in the top average rating, but assists were there. Player of the matches. Clean sheets, Lopez is now there. We're performing where it matters, right? We're getting the results we need, and... clinched 2nd straight league and what is it called? Conforama apparently. Oh, I'm into the Hall of Fame. That's proven that amongst one of the most successful managers ever coached in France. Oh, I'm gonna check that out 2 times in a row. I'm gonna check that out while we're here. 8 times 1 now. Benzema loves talking about us. He loves it. Border happy with the win. Martial on form. Let's check out the Hall of Fame. I've got 397 points. I've won a French Cup, 2 Ligue 1 titles, and 1 Coupe de la Ligue. Not the best resume, is it? But let's have a look. Is it nation? Yeah. Oh, in France. Okay, so I'm in the Hall of Fame in France. That's not too bad, is it? Really? I mean, Unai Emery's in there, and he was only here for like a year, 2 years. Didier Deschamps. I mean, yeah, it's not too difficult to get in here, really, is it? But I guess we make it. That's what matters. Nationality. Still got a long way to go to become one of the best English managers. That's fine. Worldwide, we're miles off. We have to do massive work to get in there. And then, of course, Europe. Again, a massive job to do. I mean, Arsene Wenger only scrapes it, and he has 3 Premier League titles, a Ligue 1, a French Cup, Community Shields, the lot. And he's just scraping it. So that's good to see that we are there, at least in France. And I mean, I doubt we're going to go any higher than that, at least not in this nation. But at the same time, you never know. I could be here next year. And I guess maybe in the last year, I might go for a Champions League push if we are still here. I mean, we've done what the target was. So I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that out in the off-season, off-camera. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to skip ahead to this Nims game. I'm going to catch up with you guys then. Here we are then. The final game of this year's Ligue 1 campaign, and I'm kind of glad to see it, to be honest. I mean, look at our profit this year. We've lost 40 million pretty much, which is an abysmal, performance from myself. Yeah, we've still got a bit of transfer budget that they can take, and yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of glad to finally secure it. It feels like a weight off my shoulders, especially after the year 1 where we had 95 points to finish 2nd. I thought it was going to be like impossible, but we dug deep. We stuck with the players I brought in. We lost Fekir on a free transfer as well, by the way. Poor business from me, but we lost Fekir on a free to AC Milan. But we bounced back. We didn't let that get us down. If anything, I think it helped because he was ruining like the morale of our team, and yeah, it really helped massively. And now we go to Nims, who are 17th, and PSG have Marseille anyway, so it's a big game there. Marseille really have it all to do. Strasbourg play Monaco, Bordeaux, that's an important one because it's all for like Champions League spots. We're the favourites, of course. We've only lost once to Nims, drawn twice, won 5 times. We're in better form, we're top of the league, we're the favourites. What can I say? I'm going to quick pick, and then I'm going to shuffle it around a bit. Martial can stay, as can Cornet. Major's on 20 goals. You know what? Loftus-Cheek can come in. Pineda can get a start. Guendouzi can play, that's fine. Dombele can come out for... Who have I got here? Papacheek. Actually, Cuadrado can play. Where's Cuadrado gone? Oh, I forgot about Chiquinho as well. We got loads of players here that I forgot about. Sanderberg. Actually, I like Sanderberg. Alvarez. And Coetzee can play. Dubois can play. Wow. Petretta can play instead of Mendy. There we go. That's what I'm going to go with. Loads of players that I forgot about. I'm going to leave Martial because on the off chance he somehow scores a hat-trick, he'll become top goal scorer, which just impresses me, to be honest. Cornet can come on the bench because he's pretty close and somehow he might be able to do it instead of Danea. But that's what we're going to go with. Massively shake it up. A few of these players will definitely be leaving. Cuadrado is going to be out the door. I reckon people like Petretta will leave. Alvarez might go. Coetzee, stuff like that. We're on the left-hand side because we are at home. It's Lopez, Petretta, Alvarez, Coetzee, Dubois make up our back four. Sanderberg, Chiquinho, and Pineda make up our middle three, with Martial, Loftus-Cheek, and Cuadrado making up our top three. They have Alvarez in goal, Miguel Van Lebesch, Ejolfsson, Baella, Beauregard, Abid, Bunega, Bressan, Arujo, and Alui up top. Butchered probably half of those names, not going to lie to you lads. But it's the last game of the season. We're in the white, they're in a classic red. This game means absolutely nothing for us because we've already won the league. It's literally just about if we can set our highest points tally of 96. Chiquinho, deep free kick. Alvarez heads it across, deep header. Loftus-Cheek smashes it off the bar. Damn. 1 minute in and we had two fantastic chances. And it's looking pretty similar to the Strasbourg game where we're just pinning them down so early. Dubois gets tackled though by Bressan. Don't know why I put a roll on the R, but I have done. And Coetzee collects that nicely. He hasn't performed very well every time I've played Coetzee, so hopefully he can step up today. Cuadrado. He had a little nice sort of purple patch when he signed for us. Pineda. Out to Loftus-Cheek. Back across. Pineda's there. What's happened here? Apparently it's a penalty. Don't know how this has happened. But VAR is going to tell us the story. Christ, Buella, mate, what are you doing? Is it a penalty? I don't think it is. It is. Somehow he's given a penalty. I think Loftus-Cheek will probably take it, although I kind of want Martial to, but I don't think I can really change that right now. I think it's going to go with whoever. Who is it? Is it Martial? It is Anthony Martial, and he scores it as well. There we go. He's on route 20th of the season for him. That's amazing. What you want for a striker or a winger or attacking player is to get 20 goals a season. And the fact we have almost 4 players that have done that. Depay got 22, Major's got 20, Martial's now got 20, and Cornet had 19. That just shows how many goals we're scoring. But like I said about Cuadrado, when he joined, he really did have like a purple patch where he was absolutely phenomenal. I thought, we got him on a free. I thought we had a bargain there. He did soon start falling off, and Cornet just outshone him. Or yeah, to be fair, Cornet just outperformed him massively, and yeah, he just ended up taking a back seat. And he's very old now, so naturally his stats are declining, and that's why he ended up on like the reserves for so long. Coetzee, lovely clearance off the line there. Cuadrado, I think he's going to shake this knock off. That's why I'm going to leave him on. But he's definitely lost his pace, although he's probably injured now because he's just been flipping taken out by Beauregard. Or Bellegarde, whatever you want to call him. Is that his second yellow? He's already got a red card. It's only 20 minutes in. Nims are in for a rough time here. Considering that they're on the brink of relegation. Don't know what they're playing at. Sanderberg hoofs it in. I always get hiccups when I record these videos. Luis Araujo bursts forward. They're coming at us here. Deep pass. Miguel. It's interesting. I'm going to look at their shape actually when this highlight ends to see what they've done since going down to 10 men. Buanga, Lopez collects. Here we go. I'm going to do it now. I think now safe. Okay, they just dropped a defensive 2 in the midfield. That's not too bad. They've kept a pretty solid shape there, having 10 men. Quadrado, though, still got a knock. Whips in a lovely ball. Martial's there. There's his second of the game. 21st of the season for him. Quadrado, that's a lovely pass. And Martial, how many times have we seen him do that? Fantastic stuff. And look at this. Lovely deep ball. Martial's on the end of it. First time. It's a volley, but it's, a controlled volley. He hasn't thumped it. And he could become our top goal scorer here. 96, we are breaking the points record, at least our own points record. Monaco and Nice are in the Champions League spots, although, Nims try getting one back, and they don't. PSG 1 goal off of 100, which is ridiculous. Lopez fumbles it, the ball drops. Defensively, we're quite solid, actually. We've suffocated that out well. And I think, yeah, we see that out. Alvarez now on the ball, into Martial. What can we do here? Hoofs it into Quadrado. Oh, he should be doing better there. I thought that was a third. It wasn't meant to be. And at this point, yeah, Martial's 1 goal off being our top goal scorer, which is crazy. I wanted to get him on in a permanent deal, but it just wasn't, Man United weren't having it. But yeah, like I say, Monaco and Nice into the Champions League spots, with Bordeaux and Marseille dropping into the Europa League alongside Angers. So, yeah, French team should be doing very well in Europe next year. No real surprises there. Martial gets tackled. Chiquinho. He also had a bit of a purple patch period where he was playing very well. Dubois into Martial. There he is. His hat-trick. He's done it. He's the top goal scorer at the club. Tied with Memphis Depay. How has he managed this? I don't know. He's been on absolute fire these last 5 games of the season. Dubois. Look at that. Deep crosses and Martial just go together like milk and cookies, mate. He's loving it. 6 minutes, 28th minute, 42nd. At this rate, I think he'll probably grab a 4th and it be the outright top goal scorer, which is absolutely crazy. Abid on the ball. Jolson. Loftus-Cheek really closing him down there. And yeah, with 10 men, they just don't really stand a chance. We're just suffocating them so badly. Hoof it forward. A goal difference of 70 we have as well. That's crazy. Although Marseille are actually beating PSG. Which is they get a nice finish back, to be fair. A little bit fortunate with the deflection of Coetzee, who unfortunately is going to lose a lot of rating for that own goal. But I don't blame him for that. I mean, the header could have been... Chiquinho should have done better. They're whipping a lovely cross, and then, yeah, bounces off our defenders. Can't really blame him there. So those do happen. But yeah, like I said, Marseille are now winning against PSG. So somehow we've ended up 12 points clear. And I was worrying we were the ones that were going to bottle it. So we're going to half time. We are 3-1 up. I'm going to not change anything really. We're playing fantastically. And the only thing I will change is that if Martial does grab another goal, I think I'll bring him off and bring on Depay to see if Depay can grab back his top goal scorer spot. I don't know why we're making this a competition, but we are. Actually, I'm going to bring on Cornet as well. And Major, because they're all in the running. And I think it'll just make it a bit interesting. I should have done that in the first place, actually. I should have kept those 3 on. Because, yeah, they are all actually in the running. But I thought it would be good to give Quadrado a bit of a send-off. Loftus-Cheek. I mean, I got him pretty cheap, I think. So I'm not too disappointed with that signing. He just obviously is in the shadow of Lovro Major, despite being double his height. Petretta into Martial. Bit worried he's on yellow, but it is what it is. Martial tackles him, wins the ball, hoofs it up to Major, who's in behind, scores fantastically. 21st of the season for him. So now he's hotting up in his top goal scorer race. Martial with an assist, and fantastic stuff. Major, he's often been in those positions and he's often missed. So bit worried when he was actually through, but he's thumped this one. He's like, no way, Jose, am I letting that one go wide. And they're all loving it. They're all loving the top goal scorer chase here. Elsewhere, Bordeaux drawing to Brest. So, damn, the Champions League, Europa League fight is really hotting up. Petretta into Sander Berg, whips it deep to Cornet, and his effort doesn't go in. I'd like Cornet to grab a goal, because then it means we do have 4 attackers on 20 goals. And I'm just waffling this episode, but I'm buzzing that we've won the league. As Alvarez hoofs it clear. Our own Alvarez collects it deep in our half. A lovely play, actually, into Sander Berg. Martial comes forward now. Bursting in between everyone. Can't quite get into the box, though. And ever since we made the changes, we've been attacking down Martial's side a lot more. which is interesting. Chiquinho, though. Oh, here's Dubois. Is it a deep cross? No, into Chiquinho again. Into Major. Into Pineda. Chiquinho hoofs it out wide to Petretta, who's going to whip it back across. There's Cornet. There's his 20th of the season. There we go. Oh, it might be offside. Oh, no. I think it might be offside. It is offside. What a shame. What a shame. Oh well, 4-1. I can't really complain. PSG, it's 3-3 in the PSG game. Bloody hell, what's going on over there? 101 goals for PSG this season. Petretta, only as far as Chiquinho. There it is. First of the season for him. Oh, maybe his purple patch was last year. Maybe he hasn't even featured that much this year. But he gets a nice little goal for himself. Round out the season on a high. Petretta with an assist as well. I'm sure he doesn't have too many of them this year because he didn't really feature. And it makes me think maybe I should have rotated a squad a bit more throughout the year. I know, of course, domestically we've performed very well, but the Cups and Champions League, maybe I should have given a few more of these players a run out. And not really... I just sort of stuck what the assistant manager said because it was working and it has worked domestically, but maybe I should have been a bit more adventurous and trusting in some of the signings I made. Oh, Cornet with a flipping whopper of a header. And it looks like time's running out. And there it is, 5-1. So we've ended the season on a massive high. 5-1 win, Martial penalty. He ends the season top goal scorer, at least tied. So I don't know who he's going to declare that to. But considering he only had 24 starts, I think he's done phenomenally. There it is, PSG, Nice, Monaco and Bordeaux. So Nice goes straight to the group stage, actually, which probably works out best for French teams because I think Monaco will definitely qualify via the alternative methods. Bordeaux, Marseille and Angers round out the Europa League spots. And Cuadrado's injured. And Curtin comes down. And there it is. Guaranteed. We're guaranteed champions anyway. But there it is. Full season completed. Martial is our top scorer in the league. 19 goals. Puts him third, actually. He's leapfrogged Kylian Mbappe. And that says it all, actually. Although we don't have the top goal scorers, we had 4 in the top. I don't even know how many that is. 7? We had 4 in the top 7. They had 3. So that's where the goals really come in. Key passes. Look at that. Us all over. Dribbles. Is them. Tackles. But we did it where it mattered. Right. We got the goals where it mattered. And I'm going to have a quick look at the squad. Here we go. Goals. Let's have a look. 22, 22, 21, 19. And assists. 16, 11, 8, 8. 8, 6, a lot of assists as well, a lot of value. So whoever the next manager is, they're going to be loving this squad because although they're on massive wages, their value's massive as well. So plenty of room to sell and buy in, and hopefully just do good business is what I want to see. I want to somehow see, how do you see the Lyon 11? I don't even know how to see that. Promises history. Is it in history? Here it is, best 11. Oh, is this all time? Is this overall? We'll do... it doesn't have this year's one yet, but I'll go through each year. So here's the first year. Fekir had 35 and 50. Depay 24, 45. Major actually broke into it there. Foden, of course. Terrier had a very good year. Sander Berg. Pineda. Papa Cheek. The next year... did it even change? Oh, Dombele and Toussaint switched, and then Dubois got taken over by Dalot. But again, this was a quieter year actually. I think because we were drawing a lot more. But very quiet year from us here. Look, 17, 17, 10. And then we went to the wide edition. 25 and 37, 21 and 41, 13 and 41, 10 and 40, 10, 10. We had a lot more variation of goal scorers. And Phil Foden comes into the side. Dombele goes even into the Mazzala role. And then it doesn't show this year, but this is our overall top 11. Fekir, probably the best goal scoring record, 52 in 100 games. Then you have Foden with 32, Major with 31. Look how this has squeezed it in. Depay's playing in the Mazzala, 62 in 132, 29 in 133. Toussaint comes in at CDM. Mendy, Pongracic, Denea, Dalot still on there. Of course, he's only played 66 games. A bit annoying that our goalkeeper's on a 6.98 and everyone else, apart from Marcelo's, on a 7. Sander Berg squeezes in. Dubois. Cornet, 7.61. Apparently he's only played 37 games for us. Don't think that's true, mate, but maybe that, maybe it just adds together all the years they were in it. I think that's what happens, is it just adds together all the years they were in it. So this should change after this year. But yeah, that's the top 11. And unfortunately, that is the end of today's episode and could be the end of the Lyon stint. Of course, there is a chance I could be here next year, but I'm going to look for a move abroad, look for something fresh, something new. But I have to figure that out on the off camera. If you did enjoy today's episode and the Ligue win, please drop it a like, helps out a ton. Subscribe. A lot of you, watching the videos, not subscribing. Subscribe if you want to see daily Football Manager content. I really appreciate it, guys. And as always, I'll catch you next time, guys. See you later.